Hello, my love. Are you ready for chapter 4? I can't wait. We just left off with a rat. A rat. Chapter 4. Trouble. Flora was delighted, but scared too. The creature in the dirt fit Mother's description perfectly. Mother said rats were a terrible curse on any farm. They were dirty, they were thieves, but mostly they were meaner than a bad toothache. And she also said piglets should stay far away from them. As Flora took a sideways step, she felt soft fur slide by her. Luna was creeping low to the ground toward the hay bale. "Luna, don't go any closer," Flora whispered. "Shh." Luna brought another paw forward and put it down gently in the dirt. "Rats in the rigging," she murmured. "Time to tangle." Luna flowed ahead one more cat length, gathered her back feet under her, and then exploded onto the rat. The rat shrieked and turned his teeth to meet his attacker. "Luna!" Flora shouted, "Get away!" But the firefighters became a single white and brown ball bouncing off the fence. Dirt and fluffs of fur flew up around them. Flora's rump bumped against the fence on the other side. She hadn't even noticed that she was backing up. The rat's long hose of a tail flailed against the ground, and for an instant he broke free. Then Luna was on him again. She seemed to have hooks and daggers. She was battle ready. She pinned the shrieking rat on his belly. As he strained his head back to land a bite, Luna sank her teeth deep into his neck. He quivered, mouth open, and then lay still. Luna did not release him at first. Her eyes blinked slowly, but her teeth stayed right where they were. The swirl of dirt and fur settled on Luna and all around. She gave the rat a shake and then ever so slowly released her grip. After taking a step back, she hopped up on the fence posts and began to clean herself. Flora looked away from the frightening scene, only to see Mother and a half circle of awestruck piglets watching too. Mother came forward. "On behalf of myself and my family, thank you." Luna stopped her cleaning. "Please don't mention it. We all have our tasks on the farm, and I am happy to do my part." "It is very much appreciated," said Mother. "And now, if you would be so kind, please remove this nasty, vile creature from our home." "Naturally, madam." Flora looked back at the rat. His open mouth showed long, yellow teeth. His eyes were open, too. Jumping down from her perch, Luna stepped around the rat to find a good grip, then seized him in her teeth and, moving backwards, began to drag him over the dirt. Flora was surprised at how big the rat was, as big as Luna's head. He was also clearly heavy, judging from the way Luna strained as she tugged. Flora trotted forward to help. Ooh, look at the picture. Ugh. She's got the dead rat in her mouth. Ugh. "Flora," her mother's voice made her stop. "Not another step." "I thought you said I should be helpful." Flora watched as Luna slowly eased herself through the slants in the fence. The rat disappeared, one tiny jerk at a time. "Flora, honey, let the cat do what cats do. You just worry about what pigs do." "And what do pigs do?" Flora wondered. She was afraid she knew the answer. Nothing. As she drifted off to sleep that night, her mind filled with a determined thought, almost a plan. Maybe most pigs did nothing but eat and sleep, but that wasn't good enough for this pig. When trouble came next time, Flora would be ready. That's the end of chapter 4. So now we're going to start chapter 5. Start and read it all. Chapter 5. After breakfast, Flora gathered the piglets together to announce a new game. "It's called Cats and Rats." "Yay!" her brothers cheered. "Who wants to be a rat?" The cheering stopped. Flora, came a warning. Flora glanced around to see her mother rubbing her shoulder against a fence post. She wasn't looking at her children, but clearly she was paying attention. Flora turned back to her brothers. Good news, everyone, she said. In this game, nobody has to be a rat. Her brothers cheered again. Okay, all you cats. Flora's eyes swept the ground to either side of her. We need to look for a rat substitute. In a moment, they had two suitable imitations. One was half an orange with all of the juice squeezed out. The other was a balled up paper bag. Flora decided to use the paper bag first and nosed it into the circle of piglets. Stand clear, she commanded, backing up a few steps and then crouching onto her belly. Watch and learn. And when I give you the signal, say, rats in the rigging, time to tangle. Flora crept forward, making an effort to stay very low. This wasn't as easy as Luna made it look. Flora's legs dragged on the ground instead of stepping cleanly, but she managed to stay down. Now, she said, rats in the rigging, time to tangle, the piglets chanted. Flora concentrated on making her tail twitch and hoped it was working, even though she couldn't see. She drew a few steps closer. Then, gathering her legs under her, Flora sprang forward and leaped on the paper bag. It made a satisfyingly loud crunch as she stomped it into the ground with her hooves. Her brothers cheered, and then, under Flora's watchful eye, tried out their own rat attack styles until the paper bag was a tattered mess, no longer crunching at all. All right, Flora announced, time for rat number 2. Unbelievably, the others were already tired. As she watched, they flopped down against one another for their morning nap. Well, she didn't need them to practice. Flora crouched and attacked. The orange peel flipped up and rolled toward the fence. Flora charged again and missed. Her shoulders smacked into the lowest board. Ow! But wait, was that a cracking sound she had heard? She looked around to make sure the piglets had not stirred. Mother was asleep too. Flora leaned against the fence board again. It moved under her weight. She pressed forward. The board gave a soft wooden creak and then parted into 2 pieces. She slipped through until her head was free, then carefully and quietly crawled all the way out. Flora looked around. She was standing near the junk heap. There was a broken wheelbarrow. There were the broken tools and chicken wire. She had escaped the pig pen at last. Ooh. And that is the end of chapter 5. We will pick up here again next time. Mwah! I love you.